Have you ever felt like your life was different, as if you were walking a path no one else could fully understand? The challenges, the questions, the sense of being set apart, were they merely coincidences? Or could they be signs of something far greater? What if every experience, every struggle, and every gift was part of a divine plan, shaping you for a purpose you have yet to uncover? The Bible tells us in Jeremiah 1 verse 5, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." These words hold a profound truth. God's hand has been on your life from the very beginning. Your journey, marked by trials and triumphs, has never been random. It has been intentional. A story written by the Creator to prepare you for something extraordinary. Join me as we explore the signs that reveal you were chosen by God. Together, we'll uncover the deeper meaning behind your experiences, the gifts you've been given, and the calling that has been waiting for you all along. This isn't just a reflection on the past. It's an invitation to step boldly into your future, to embrace the purpose God has placed on your life, and to let your light shine in a world that needs it now more than ever. Are you ready to discover what it truly means to be chosen? Let's begin. Part 1. Introduction to the concept of being chosen. Have you ever paused to reflect on your life and wondered why your journey seemed so different from those around you? While others may have appeared to navigate life with ease, your path might have been marked by challenges, questions, and a profound sense of being set apart. These experiences often lead to deep introspection, a search for meaning, and the realization that perhaps your story was never meant to follow the same script as everyone else's. Could these experiences have been more than mere coincidences? Could they have been signs of something greater, evidence that you were chosen by God? In the Bible, Jeremiah 1 verse 5 proclaims, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." This scripture reveals a truth that is both profound and comforting. God's purpose for your life began long before you took your first breath. From the very beginning, you were part of His divine plan, and every moment of your life has been woven into a tapestry of purpose. The struggles, questions, and unique experiences you faced as a child were not random. They were deliberate, purposeful acts of molding by the hands of a Creator who knew the greatness He had placed within you. Childhood is often seen as a time of innocence and simplicity, yet for some, it carries the weight of responsibilities and struggles beyond their years. Perhaps you remember moments when you felt different, as if your thoughts and worries extended far beyond what others around you seemed to experience. While others focused on trivial concerns, you might have grappled with deeper issues, questions of purpose, fairness, and existence. These reflections, even in their simplicity, may have been early indicators of God's hand at work in your life, setting you apart for something extraordinary. Being chosen by God does not mean living a life free from pain or difficulty. On the contrary, it often means walking a path that is distinct and, at times, more challenging. Yet, these trials serve a higher purpose. They are not meant to defeat you, but to refine you. Much like gold is refined through fire, each difficulty is a step in the process of building character, resilience, and faith. While others may have seemed to walk an easier road, your journey was designed with intentionality, crafted by the Creator to prepare you for a unique calling. Looking back, you might recall moments where you felt out of place, as if you didn't fully belong to the world around you. This sense of detachment wasn't a flaw but a gift, a reminder that you were never meant to conform to the patterns of this world. Instead, you were designed to stand out, to shine as a light in the darkness. The Bible reminds us in Romans 12 verse 2, "Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind." From the beginning, you were set apart, and this distinction is a hallmark of being chosen by God. As we journey together to uncover 5 signs from your childhood that reveal you were chosen by God, take a moment to reflect on your story. Think about the experiences that shaped you, the struggles, the moments of clarity, and the sense of purpose that stirred within you. These were not accidents or random events. They were part of a divine narrative, one that began before you were born and continues to unfold with every step you take. This realization invites a new perspective on life, What if everything you have experienced was leading you to this moment? What if the challenges, questions, and reflections were all part of God's preparation, shaping you into a vessel for His purpose? As you embrace this journey of discovery, let your heart remain open to the truth that you are not ordinary. You are part of a greater plan, chosen and loved by the Creator who has guided you from the very start. Part 2. Facing unique challenges as a child. From a young age, you may have faced challenges that others around you did not seem to encounter. While your peers enjoyed carefree days, your life might have been marked by struggles that forced you to grow up quickly. Perhaps your family faced financial difficulties, and you found yourself worrying about things no child should have to think about, stretching groceries to last until the end of the week, wearing hand-me-down clothes, or figuring out how to contribute in some small way to ease the burden. These experiences, though heavy, were not random. They were part of God's design to mold and prepare you for a greater purpose. Even at school, the challenges may have persisted. You might have faced struggles with learning, navigating language barriers, or enduring bullying. Perhaps you felt isolated, misunderstood, or like you didn't belong. These experiences, while painful, were opportunities for growth, sharpening your resilience and teaching you empathy. They forced you to look beyond surface-level appearances and develop a deeper understanding of the struggles others face. This depth of character is often a hallmark of someone chosen by God, someone being prepared for a calling that requires strength, perseverance, and compassion. The story of Joseph in the Bible mirrors this concept beautifully. As a young boy, Joseph faced immense hardships. He was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and unjustly imprisoned. From an outsider's perspective, his life might have seemed riddled with misfortune. Yet, every trial Joseph endured was part of God's plan to prepare him for a destiny far greater than he could have imagined. He was not defeated by his circumstances, but refined by them, emerging stronger and wiser, ready to step into the role God had prepared for him as a leader and savior for his people during a time of famine. Likewise, the challenges you faced in your childhood were not meant to break you, but to build you. Each hardship was a tool in God's hands, shaping your character and strengthening your faith. Through the difficulties, He was preparing you for a future that required resilience and unwavering trust in His plan. The Bible reminds us in Romans 5 verses 3-4 that suffering produces perseverance, character, and character, hope. Your struggles were not without purpose. They were a foundation for the hope and strength you would need to fulfill your unique calling. Reflect on the moments when you felt overwhelmed by your challenges. Perhaps you questioned why you had to endure such difficulties while others seemed to have an easier path. Those moments of questioning were not signs of weakness, but evidence of your deep connection to something greater. God often uses the hardships in our lives to draw us closer to Him, to teach us to rely on His strength rather than our own. In doing so, He reveals His power to transform what seems impossible into something beautiful. Consider Moses, another figure from the Bible whose early life was marked by challenges. Born into a time of persecution, Moses was hidden away and later adopted into Pharaoh's household. Despite the privileges of his upbringing, Moses faced an identity crisis and fled to the wilderness after making a grave mistake. Yet, these experiences were part of God's preparation. In the wilderness, Moses found humility, resilience, and the courage to answer God's call to lead His people out of bondage. Your childhood may have felt like a wilderness at times, a place of testing, hardship, and growth. But just as Moses emerged from the wilderness ready to fulfill God's purpose, so too have your challenges prepared you for what lies ahead. The strength you gained, the lessons you learned, and the faith you developed were all part of God's divine training ground. They equipped you with the tools necessary to navigate life's complexities and to step boldly into the calling He has set before you. Think about the qualities you developed as a result of these early struggles. Perhaps you gained a remarkable sense of resourcefulness, the ability to persevere in the face of adversity, or a deep empathy for others who are suffering. These qualities are not accidental. They are evidence of God's careful preparation. They set you apart, marking you as someone uniquely equipped to carry out His work, while others may crumble under pressure. You learn to stand firm, trusting in God's power to sustain you. David's story offers yet another parallel. Before he became king, David spent years as a shepherd boy, facing dangers such as lions and bears. These challenges might have seemed mundane or even overwhelming at the time, but they were critical in shaping David into the leader he would become. His experiences in the fields were not wasted. They were preparation for the battles and responsibilities that awaited him. In the same way, your early challenges have been preparing you for a destiny you may not yet fully understand. As you reflect on your childhood, begin to see it through the lens of divine purpose. Every trial, every hardship, and every moment of perseverance was a piece of the puzzle, a step in the journey God has been orchestrating for your life. The struggles you faced were not evidence of abandonment or failure, but proof of God's hand at work, molding you into someone capable of fulfilling His plan. Trust in this truth, and let it guide you as you continue to uncover the unique calling He has placed on your life. Part 3. Prophetic or meaningful dreams. From an early age, you may have experienced dreams that felt profoundly different from ordinary sleep. These were not fleeting, meaningless images, but vivid, compelling messages that stayed with you long after you awoke. Perhaps these dreams carried a sense of purpose, a message, or a feeling that could not be ignored. They may have felt as though they were designed specifically for you, speaking to your heart in ways that words could not, while others around you might have dismissed their dreams or forgotten them by morning. Yours seemed to linger, leaving you with a deep sense of mystery and wonder. These dreams may have caused confusion or even fear at times. You might have struggled to understand their significance or kept them private, feeling unsure about how others would perceive them. Yet, in the Bible, we see that God often speaks through dreams, using them to reveal His plans, provide guidance, or deliver warnings. Dreams have served as a divine channel for communication, particularly for those chosen by God for extraordinary purposes. They are not random occurrences, but intentional moments where the spiritual realm intersects with our lives. Consider the story of Joseph, the son of Jacob, whose dreams as a young boy foreshadowed his future as a leader who would save his family and nation. His dreams of sheaves bowing down to him and the sun, moon, and stars paying homage were clear signs of the destiny God had placed on his life. Though misunderstood and mocked by his brothers, Joseph's dreams were a powerful testament to the divine purpose woven into his story. They were not just predictions but preparation, giving him glimpses of the role he would one day fulfill. Similarly, your childhood dreams may have been God's way of revealing something special about your life's purpose. These dreams could have been a form of spiritual training, awakening you to the reality of His presence and the unique calling He placed within you. As you grew older, you might have been tempted to dismiss these experiences, writing them off as mere coincidences or childhood imagination. However, their persistence in your memory may be a sign of their divine origin and lasting significance. In Acts 2 verse 17, it is written, "In the last days, God says, I will pour out my Spirit on all people. Your sons and daughters will prophesy. Your young men will see visions. Your old men will dream dreams." This passage emphasizes that dreams and visions are not confined to biblical times. They remain a way for God to communicate with His people today. If you experience dreams that carried profound meaning, they may have been a glimpse into the spiritual sensitivity God has placed within you, a gift meant to guide, protect, and inspire you as you walk in His purpose. Reflect on the content of these dreams. Did they warn you of challenges ahead, reveal truths about your life, or provide comfort in moments of despair? Were they filled with symbols or messages that seem to resonate deeply with your soul? These elements are often hallmarks of God's communication through dreams. He uses them to speak in ways that bypass our logical minds, reaching the depths of our hearts and spirits where His voice can be most clearly heard. The Bible offers another example in the story of young Samuel. As a child, Samuel heard God's voice calling to him in the night. Though he initially did not recognize it as God, the persistent call led him to understand that he was being chosen for a divine mission. Like Samuel, you may have experienced moments where God's voice or presence felt unmistakable, even if you did not fully comprehend its significance at the time. These experiences are not to be ignored or dismissed. They are evidence of His guidance and His calling on your life. Perhaps these dreams were accompanied by a heightened sense of awareness, an ability to discern spiritual truths, or a sensitivity to the needs and emotions of those around you. These traits often accompany individuals whom God has chosen to carry out His work. They enable you to see beyond the surface, perceive the bigger picture, and navigate life with a deeper understanding of His purpose. If you have ever felt this heightened sense of perception, it is likely a reflection of the spiritual gift God has placed within you. As you think back on your childhood dreams and the feelings they evoked, consider how they may still be relevant to your life today. Are there patterns or themes that align with the challenges and opportunities you now face? Could those early experiences have been God's way of equipping you with the tools and insights you would need for your current journey? These dreams may not only hold clues to your past, but also provide direction for your future. God's guidance through dreams is not limited to specific moments in time. It is a continual process. Even now, He may be speaking to you in subtle ways, urging you to pay attention to the signs and signals around you. Your ability to discern these messages is a gift, one that can be nurtured and developed through prayer, reflection, and trust in His plan. By remaining open to His voice and willing to act on His guidance, you can unlock the full potential of the spiritual sensitivity He has placed within you. Think of your dreams as pieces of a puzzle, each one revealing a part of the larger picture God is creating in your life. While the full image may not yet be clear, each piece serves a purpose, guiding you closer to the destiny He has prepared for you. Trust in the process, and allow these dreams to deepen your faith and strengthen your connection to God. They are not just memories of the past. They are signposts pointing toward the extraordinary calling He has placed on your life. Part 4. A nurturing and calming spirit. As a child, you may have found yourself drawn to the needs of others in a way that set you apart. Perhaps you were the one who could soothe a frightened animal that no one else could approach, or bring comfort to a classmate who was struggling silently. Your presence alone may have had a calming effect, creating an atmosphere of peace and safety for those around you. These moments might have seemed small or insignificant at the time, but they were not random. They were evidence of a deeper gift within you, one that God placed there for a purpose. This nurturing and calming spirit is often a hallmark of someone chosen by God. It is a reflection of His love and care, shining through you to touch the lives of others. While you may not have fully understood this gift as a child, its presence was unmistakable to those who experienced it. Your ability to offer solace and reassurance, even without speaking, was a quiet yet powerful testimony to the work God was already doing in your life. Think about the ways this gift manifested in your early years. Perhaps animals naturally gravitated toward you, sensing the gentleness and compassion in your spirit. Or maybe younger children found comfort in your presence, trusting you instinctively to protect and guide them. These moments, though they may have seemed ordinary, were extraordinary glimpses into the nurturing qualities God was developing within you. They were signs of the calling He had placed on your life, a calling to bring peace, healing, and restoration to a world that often feels chaotic and broken. The Bible offers many examples of this kind of nurturing spirit. Jesus Himself embodied it, drawing children to Him with open arms and a gentle heart. In Mark 10 verses 13 to 16, we see a beautiful moment where children are brought to Jesus. And despite the disciples' initial dismissal, He welcomes them, saying, "Let the little children come to me, and do not hinder them, for the kingdom of God belongs to such as these." This passage reveals not only Jesus' love for children, but also the way His calming presence drew people to Him, offering peace and reassurance in a way no one else could. Similarly, your ability to bring comfort to others may have been God's way of nurturing within you the qualities needed to reflect His love. This gift is not merely about offering kindness. It is about being a channel of God's peace, a vessel through which His presence can be felt, whether you realized it or not. Those moments of soothing a troubled soul or calming a tense situation were part of a larger purpose. They were opportunities for God to work through you, showing His love and care in tangible ways. This gift often goes unnoticed or unappreciated, even by those who possess it. You may have brushed off these moments as simply doing the right thing or thought of them as natural responses to the needs of others. Yet, they were far more than that. They were deliberate expressions of God's character, cultivated in you to prepare you for the work He has called you to do. Your ability to bring peace to others is not a coincidence. It is a sign of His presence in your life and His purpose for your journey. Reflecting on your childhood, you might recall moments where this nurturing spirit was tested. Perhaps you were placed in situations where you had to be the peacemaker in family conflicts, or you were the one to step in and comfort a friend during a difficult time. These experiences, while challenging, were part of God's training ground for you. Through them, He was teaching you patience, empathy, and the power of His peace. He was showing you how to lean on Him as the ultimate source of comfort and strength. Your ability to calm and nurture others is not just a reflection of who you are. It is a reflection of who God is. It is a reminder that His love is present in every act of kindness, every moment of understanding, and every word of encouragement you offer. This gift is not limited to your childhood. It is something that continues to grow and evolve as you walk in His purpose. The more you align yourself with His will, the more this gift will flourish, touching the lives of those around you in profound and lasting ways. In a world that often feels chaotic and overwhelming, the need for this gift is greater than ever. People are searching for peace, for someone who can offer them a sense of safety and reassurance amidst the storms of life. Your ability to bring calm to these situations is not just a skill, it is a calling. It is an opportunity to reflect God's love and care, showing others that they are not alone, that there is hope, and that there is a God who sees and loves them deeply. As you continue to grow in your faith, consider how this nurturing and calming spirit can be used to serve others, whether it is through offering a listening ear, providing encouragement, or simply being present in moments of difficulty. Your gift has the power to make a significant impact. It is a reminder that even the smallest acts of kindness can carry the weight of God's love, transforming lives in ways you may never fully understand. Your gift is a light in the darkness, a beacon of hope and peace that points others toward God. Embrace it, nurture it, and allow it to shine brightly in all that you do. The world is in desperate need of the love and peace that only God can provide, and He has chosen you to be a vessel for that love. Trust in Him, and let His presence flow through you as you continue to bring comfort and healing to those who need it most. Part 5. Sensitivity to truth and hurt by dishonesty. From an early age, you may have experienced a heightened sensitivity to truth. This sensitivity went beyond simply disliking lies or dishonesty. It touched your very soul. You may have found yourself deeply affected when others were dishonest, even in small ways, or when you witnessed acts of deception that others seemed to overlook. This wasn't a trivial reaction, but a profound discomfort rooted in a sense of justice and a longing for integrity. While others might have shrugged off dishonesty as insignificant, it likely struck a chord within you, leaving you unsettled. This sensitivity is not accidental. It is often a hallmark of someone chosen by God, someone called to uphold His values in a world that frequently compromises them. The Bible highlights God's love for truth and His disdain for deceit. Psalm 51 verse 6 declares, "Surely you desire truth in the inner parts. You teach me wisdom in the inmost place." Your sensitivity to truth aligns with God's own heart and reflects His character within you. It is a gift, though at times it may feel like a burden, especially when you find yourself hurt or isolated because of your unwillingness to tolerate dishonesty. As a child, you might have found yourself in situations where dishonesty was normalized, whether in friendships, family dynamics, or school settings. Perhaps you were the one who spoke up when others chose to remain silent, or the one who couldn't pretend to go along with something that felt wrong. These moments may have been difficult, leading to feelings of alienation or even conflict, but they were also evidence of God shaping you to be a person of integrity. He was preparing you to stand firm in truth, even when it was uncomfortable or unpopular. The story of Nathan the prophet offers a powerful example of this calling. In 2 Samuel 12, Nathan was tasked with confronting King David after his sin with Bathsheba. This was no small challenge. David was a powerful king, and speaking truth to him came with great risk. Yet, Nathan faithfully delivered God's message, confronting David with his wrongdoing and calling him to repentance. Nathan's courage and commitment to truth demonstrate the importance of this gift. Like Nathan, your sensitivity to truth is not just a personal trait, but a divine calling to bring light into dark places. This sensitivity may have shaped your relationships and decisions, influencing the way you interact with others and the values you prioritize. You may have found it challenging to form close bonds with people who were dishonest or manipulative, feeling an instinctive need to distance yourself from their behavior. On the other hand, you likely felt a deep connection to those who shared your commitment to honesty and integrity. These preferences were not random. They were part of God's guidance, helping you build a life that aligns with His principles. While this gift is a blessing, it can also be difficult to carry. Being highly sensitive to truth means you are more likely to notice and be affected by dishonesty in the world around you. This awareness can feel overwhelming, especially when it seems like deception and corruption are pervasive. You may have wrestled with frustration or sadness, wondering why others don't see or care about the truth as you do. Yet, these feelings are a reminder of your unique role in God's plan. He has placed this sensitivity within you to inspire change, to be a beacon of integrity in a world that desperately needs it. Consider how this sensitivity has guided your actions. Have you found yourself stepping into situations to correct injustice or advocate for transparency? Perhaps you've spoken up when it was easier to remain silent, or taken a stand for what you knew was right, even when it came at a personal cost. These moments of courage and conviction are evidence of God working through you. He has equipped you with the strength and wisdom needed to uphold His standards, even in challenging circumstances. Your gift also serves as a reminder to others of the importance of truth. By living with integrity, you set an example that can inspire those around you to do the same. Your commitment to honesty, even in small matters, has a ripple effect, influencing the people and environments you touch. This is not just about being truthful for your own sake. It is about reflecting God's character and showing others the beauty and power of living according to His values. This sensitivity to truth is especially important in today's world, where misinformation and deception often dominate. God has called you to be a light in the darkness, someone who stands firm in integrity and reminds others of the importance of truth. Your ability to discern what is right and wrong is a gift that can bring clarity and hope to those who are lost or confused. It is a tool that God has given you to navigate life's challenges and to help others do the same. As you reflect on this gift, consider how you can use it to serve God's purpose. Whether it's advocating for fairness in your workplace, encouraging honesty in your relationships, or mentoring others to value integrity, your sensitivity to truth has the potential to make a profound impact. By embracing this calling, you align yourself with God's plan and become a vessel for His light in the world. This journey is not without its challenges, but it is a testament to God's trust in you. He has chosen you to carry this gift because He knows you have the strength and conviction to use it well. Trust in His guidance, and allow your sensitivity to truth to lead you as you continue to grow in faith and purpose. Your commitment to honesty is not just a reflection of who you are. It is a reflection of who God has created you to be, a person chosen to uphold His truth and bring His light to the world. Part 6. Reliability and Responsibility. From a young age, you may have noticed that people often turned to you when things needed to get done. Whether it was resolving conflicts, taking on family responsibilities, or organizing group activities, you were the one others trusted to handle situations effectively. This ability to take responsibility and follow through, even as a child, was not random. It was a reflection of God's preparation, instilling in you the traits necessary for the greater plans He has for your life. Reliability and responsibility are foundational qualities of someone chosen by God. These traits are not only useful for navigating life, but are essential for fulfilling His purpose. Luke 16 verse 10 reminds us, "Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much." Your early experiences of being relied upon were part of God's training ground, shaping you to carry greater responsibilities in the future. He was cultivating a sense of discipline, stewardship, and dependability within you, knowing that these traits would be essential for the unique calling He has placed on your life. Think back to your childhood. Were you often the one who stepped up when others hesitated? Perhaps you took charge during group projects, managed household chores without being asked, or found yourself mediating disputes among friends. These moments may have felt burdensome at times, as if you were shouldering more than your fair share. Yet, they were opportunities for growth, allowing you to develop the skills and character needed to handle bigger challenges later in life. The story of David offers a powerful parallel. Before he became king, David spent his early years as a shepherd, a role that required vigilance, responsibility, and courage. He faced dangers like lions and bears, not because he sought them out, but because his duties demanded it. These experiences were not glamorous, but they were critical in preparing David for the battles and leadership roles that awaited him. Similarly, your childhood responsibilities may have seemed ordinary or even unfair at the time, but they were laying the groundwork for the extraordinary purpose God has for you. Your reliability likely extended beyond tasks and into relationships. People may have turned to you for advice, support, or encouragement, sensing your ability to provide stability in times of uncertainty. This trust was not misplaced. It was evidence of the qualities God was nurturing within you. Your ability to be dependable in both actions and emotions made you a pillar of strength for those around you, reflecting God's steadfastness and faithfulness. These qualities are especially valuable in a world where reliability is often in short supply. Many people struggle with commitment or follow-through, but your ability to stand firm and see things through sets you apart. This distinction is not just a personal achievement, it is a sign of God's work in your life. He has equipped you to be a leader, a problem solver, and a source of stability in a world that desperately needs these traits. While your reliability is a gift, it can also come with challenges. You may have experienced moments of frustration or exhaustion, feeling like others were taking advantage of your dependability. Perhaps you carried the weight of responsibilities that others were unwilling to bear, leading to feelings of isolation or burnout. These moments, while difficult, were also opportunities for growth. They taught you the importance of boundaries, self-care, and relying on God's strength rather than your own. Consider how these experiences have shaped you. Your ability to handle responsibility has likely given you a unique perspective on perseverance, problem solving, and leadership. These traits are not just practical, they are spiritual tools that God has given you to fulfill His purpose. By trusting you with responsibilities in your youth, He was preparing you to take on even greater roles in the future, roles that require wisdom, courage, and faith. Your gift of reliability is also a reflection of God's character, just as He is faithful to His promises. You have been faithful in the tasks and relationships entrusted to you. This faithfulness is a testament to His work in your life, a reminder that He is shaping you to be a reflection of His own nature. Through your actions, others can see a glimpse of God's reliability, inspiring them to trust in Him as well. As you reflect on your journey, consider how this gift of responsibility has influenced your life. How has it shaped your decisions, relationships, and sense of purpose? Are there areas where you can use this gift to serve others or to further God's kingdom? Whether it is through leadership roles, mentoring, or simply being a dependable presence in someone's life, your ability to handle responsibility is a powerful tool for making an impact. God's preparation in your life has not been random. Every moment of reliability, every task completed, and every responsibility handled was part of His plan to equip you for the future. He sees your potential, and He has been building the foundation for a life of purpose, leadership, and service. By embracing this gift and trusting in His guidance, you can step into the roles He has prepared for you with confidence and faith. Your reliability is not just a skill, it is a calling. It is a sign that God has chosen you to be a steward of His work, someone who can be trusted to carry out His plans with diligence and care. Embrace this calling, and let it guide you as you continue to grow in faith and purpose. God's trust in you is a reminder of His love and His confidence in your ability to fulfill the extraordinary destiny He has set before you. Part 7. Reflection on the journey and the divine purpose. As you reflect on the signs and experiences that have marked your life, a profound realization begins to take shape. Each moment of struggle, every gift of insight, and all the traits that set you apart were not random occurrences. They were carefully woven into the fabric of your life by God's hands, forming a divine narrative that speaks of purpose, preparation, and calling. Your journey is not ordinary, and neither are you. From the very beginning, God has been shaping you for something extraordinary. Looking back, the challenges you faced in childhood might have felt overwhelming or even unfair. You may have wondered why your path seemed more difficult than those around you, why certain burdens seemed to fall on your shoulders, or why your heart was so deeply attuned to truths that others often ignored. Yet, as the pieces come together, it becomes clear that these experiences were not meant to harm you, but to prepare you. They were part of God's intricate plan to refine you into a vessel capable of carrying out His will. Each sign we've explored offers a glimpse into this preparation. Your struggles as a child taught you resilience, giving you the strength to face life's challenges with courage and determination. The prophetic dreams you experienced awakened a spiritual sensitivity, allowing you to discern God's guidance and recognize His presence in your life. Your nurturing and calming spirit was a gift that brought peace to others, reflecting God's love and care in tangible ways. Your sensitivity to truth revealed a deep alignment with God's values, preparing you to uphold integrity in a world that often compromises it. And your reliability and responsibility laid the foundation for leadership, equipping you to take on roles that require strength, wisdom, and trustworthiness. These qualities, though distinct, are interconnected. Together, they form a picture of someone uniquely prepared for a divine purpose. They reveal a person who has been shaped not by chance, but by the intentional and loving work of a Creator who sees the potential within you and calls you to rise to it. Each experience, whether painful or joyful, has been a step in the process of preparing you for the calling God has placed on your life. The Bible is filled with stories of individuals who were prepared in similar ways. Joseph's hardships, David's time as a shepherd, Esther's rise to influence, and Moses' years in the wilderness all serve as reminders that God's preparation often comes through trials and challenges. These stories echo in your own journey, reminding you that you are part of a long lineage of individuals who were set apart for a greater purpose. Now, as you stand at this point in your life, the question arises, what will you do with this realization? Recognizing God's hand in your journey is not the end of the story. It is the beginning of a new chapter. God has equipped you with gifts, experiences, and qualities that are meant to be used for His glory and the good of others. The time has come to step boldly into the calling He has placed on your life, trusting that He will continue to guide and sustain you. This calling may take many forms. It could involve leadership, using your reliability and strength to guide and inspire others. It might mean offering comfort and healing through your nurturing spirit, serving as a beacon of peace in a world that desperately needs it. Your sensitivity to truth could lead you to advocate for justice, uphold integrity, or mentor others in living lives of honesty and faith. The prophetic insights and discernment you've been given may serve as tools for guidance, helping others navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose. Whatever form your calling takes, the foundation has already been laid. You have been prepared through every trial, shaped by every experience, and equipped with every gift needed to fulfill God's purpose for your life. The journey has not always been easy, but it has been intentional. Each moment has been a step toward becoming the person God created you to be. As you move forward, embrace the lessons of your journey. Trust in God's plan, even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Remember that His timing is perfect, and His guidance is unfailing. Your life is part of a grand design, a story that is still being written with care and precision by the one who knows you better than anyone else. This is not a story of chance or coincidence. It is a story of purpose, love, and faith. It is a story that points to a Creator who has been with you every step of the way, shaping you for a destiny that is uniquely yours. Trust in this truth, and let it inspire you as you continue to walk in His light, carrying His message of hope, peace, and love to a world that needs it more than ever. The invitation to step into your calling. You've walked through the trials, embraced the gifts, and uncovered the signs that reveal your unique journey. Now, the question is no longer if you've been chosen. It's what will you do with that calling? Each experience, whether painful or joyful, has been leading you to this very moment. The foundation has been laid, the tools have been given, and God's purpose for your life is waiting for you to step boldly into it. This is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of a powerful new chapter. The time has come to trust in the one who has guided you, to embrace the gifts he has cultivated within you, and to let your life reflect his glory. The world needs what you have to offer: the resilience, the compassion, the truth, the reliability, and the light that only you can bring. So, are you ready to take the next step? God's plan for you is greater than anything you could imagine. All he asks is that you trust him, walk in faith, and let your life be a testament to his love and purpose. Your story is not just about you. It's about the lives you're meant to touch, the hope you're meant to bring, and the glory you're meant to give back to him. The calling is clear. The choice is yours. Will you rise to it? The next chapter of your divine journey begins now.